I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening and welcome to CHLI's Evening of Gratitude. Tonight we welcome and give thanks for all the CHLI friends, family, leadership, board of directors, alumni, and interns that have blessed our lives. This evening, in an invocation, we give thanks for the great blessings that we've all received. Please join me in an invocation. Dear God, thank you for the blessings CHLI has bestowed upon our lives and has bestowed upon the lives of so many others throughout the years. We especially thank you for the frontline workers who are protecting us against the COVID-19 pandemic. And we thank you for the strength you give to those fighting for freedom and democracy in our neighboring countries of Venezuela, Cuba, and Nicaragua. We give thanks to those who fight for our freedom in the armed forces and for those who have made the ultimate sacrifice and for their families as well. Thank you, dear Lord, for everything that you have provided us and all the blessings that you have given us throughout the years. And thank you for the opportunity to celebrate these blessings this evening at CHLI's Evening of Gratitude. Amen.
Welcome. I'm Marianne Gomez-Orta, President and CEO of the Congressional Hispanic Leadership Institute. Thank you for joining us this evening, our Evening of Gratitude, as we give thanks to those who have helped us and supported us this year, and as we also recognize leaders in public service and also in international service. Again, thank you for joining us y bienvenidos.
Good evening. I'm Peter Villegas, Vice President and Head of the Office of Latin Affairs at the Coca-Cola Company. I'm also a proud member of the CHLI Board of Directors and this year's CHLI Chair of the Annual Awards Gala. This year marks the Congressional Hispanic Leadership Institute's 16th Annual Awards Gala. And because of the global pandemic and out of respect for our colleagues, co-workers, family, and especially those on the front line who are working daily to help with our response, we decided to come together for an evening of gratitude and not have our traditional celebratory gala. Every year, we have honored leaders who have supported the Hispanic community in and outside of the United States. This year, we're proud to honor and present the CHLI Leadership in Public Service Award to Senator Roy Blunt of Missouri. And it gives me great pride that we are also honoring Representative Pete Aguilar from District 31 in Southern California, who happens to represent the best city in Southern California, Rancho Cucamonga. Pete is my representative and proud to have him represent me in Washington, D.C. Back to Senator Blunt, who has represented Missouri for over a decade and throughout his public service career has demonstrated a deep commitment to his district, to his state, as well as to our nation. Congressman Aguilar portrays the CHLI mission and values of hard work, support for higher education, and support for public service. And highlighting the evening is the CHLI Ileana Ros-Lehtinen International Leadership Award presented to Rosa Maria PAYA, a human rights activist and leader of Cuba Decide, for her global advocacy and leadership. Rosa Maria travels worldwide as an advocate of human rights and democracy for the island of Cuba. The Coca-Cola Company is proud to support CHLI because our visions and our mission align in support with CHLI, with their visions and their mission. And at the Coca-Cola Company, we say that people matter. We act in ways to improve people's lives. And in partnership with CHLI, we support the Global Leaders Internship Program, Communications Fellowship Program, and the annual Future Leaders Conferences. On behalf of the Board of Directors of CHLI, I want to say thank you, each and everybody, for joining together and getting us through one of the most challenging years in our generation. Thank you for joining us tonight, and thank you for your future support. On behalf of Coca-Cola, have a nice day.
Welcome to CHLI's 16th Annual Gala, but this year it's virtual because of the extraordinary time that we're living through. I remember when we met for the first time to form CHLI in 2003. One of our founders, a corporate representative, my dear friend, Troop Coronado, he had an idea to describe what we wanted CHLI to be. Advancing the Hispanic community's diversity of thought. And we incorporated it into our motto. I don't think Troop or anybody in that room could have imagined how genuinely descriptive that phrase is of what CHLI is. And it's taken a lot of hard work from the board, the corporate board, the congressional board, and the staff, past and present. A lot of hard work to make CHLI the only genuinely bipartisan reality in the nation's capital. And that's easier said than done. I'm very proud of all the people involved with CHLI that have made that reality possible and continue to make it possible. And today we honor 3 exceptional leaders with our Public Service Award. Senator Roy Blunt of Missouri, one of America's great statesmen, my dear friend. I remember when we served in the House, I was one of his lieutenants. And Congressman Pete Aguilar of California, a young man who has already done so much. He's a powerhouse in the Democratic caucus in the House, an appropriator, someone with an unlimited future. It's our honor, really, to be able to honor both of those great leaders. And with the Ileana Ros-Lehtinen International Leadership Award, which is unique to CHLI, an International Leadership Award. This year, Rosa PAYA of Cuba, an extraordinary human rights activist and pro-democracy leader who's continued her father's legacy. Her father was Osvaldo PAYA, the most renowned and respected Cuban dissident who was murdered by Fidel and Raul Castro in 2012. Rosa Maria's continued the fight. We admire her so much. We honor her with the International Leadership Award this evening. And thank you all for joining us. You're part of CHLI. You're part of what makes it possible to help so many young people. And we're so proud of what you've done, what you continue to do, and really especially so grateful. So thank you for joining us. This is a unique program. It's, as I say, in the new era, a virtual program. Hopefully we'll be able to come back to normal soon. But in the meantime, we cannot thank you enough. Thank you for your help. Thank you for your support. Thank you for being part of CHLI. Have a great evening.
And now to thank 2 of our main sponsors for this evening of gratitude. A special thank you to Leo Munoz and the Comcast family and Peter Villegas with the Coca-Cola Company. Thank you to all of you who work at Comcast and the Coca-Cola Company for your support this year.
This year's been tough, but I don't know, it's given me a lot of time to learn new skills through the internet.
I've been joining more classes during lockdown. I taught myself how to play guitar online.
I'm doing an internship.
I created a small nonprofit foundation.
So when people ask,
how is schoolwork going to be turned in?
how will I continue studying?
How are we going to do this online?
I feel like I'm ready.
I'm ready.
I'm ready for anything.
I will go forward for my land and my legacy. Onward, forward, creating our destiny. Our past made history. I feel it in my soul and in my memory. My community lifts me higher, and I will go forward together with them.
You have the power to inspire the world. We connect you to everything that helps you move forward.
The day the world stopped was the day we found where to go. Lost together, we discovered ourselves again. And we realized that the things that matter deserve time.
That looks good.
From now on, we're not going to leave anything on our plates. Because we've learned to savor the moments that were always there. And they never tasted this good.
I'm thrilled to join you in Chile's 16th Annual Gala and Leadership Awards. Tonight we recognize some remarkable individuals who have contributed so much to our community through their dedication and their leadership. To begin, I want to recognize the Chile Ileana Ros-Lehtinen International Leadership Honoree, Rosa Maria PAYA. Rosa Maria is a daughter of a brave martyr murdered by the communist Cuban dictatorship, Osvaldo PAYA. She has brilliantly carried on her father's legacy and works day in, day out, fighting for democracy of the enslaved island of Cuba. I'm honored to personally know Rosa Maria and to work with her to promote freedom, human rights, and democracy for the Cuban people. Secondly, I want to congratulate my good friend and, by the way, fellow appropriator, Congressman Pete Aguilar, for receiving the Leadership in Public Service Award. I've had the opportunity to work with Pete extensively through our roles in both the THUD and the Defense Appropriations Subcommittees. He's fair, diligent, respectful, and greatly committed to the American people. Pete is not only someone I trust, but also someone I have tremendous respect for, and I'm glad to be able to recognize him this evening. Lastly, but clearly not least, I'm proud to recognize one of America's great leaders and one of the most effective members when he was first in the House and now in the United States Senate. A man of principle and unquestionable integrity, someone who understands the importance of building consensus and has an extensive record of actually getting things done. One of my dear friends in Congress and someone who I greatly admire, Senator Roy Blunt.
Hi, I'm Senator Roy Blunt. It's an honor to receive the 2020 Public Service Award. I want to thank the three founders of the Congressional Hispanic Leadership Institute, Congresswoman Ileana Ros-Lehtinen, Congressman Mario DIAZ-BALART, and Congressman Lincoln DIAZ-BALART. I'm proud to call them friends, and we work so closely together when we all four were serving in the House together. I can guarantee you that our country is better for all the work they've done to improve the lives of every American. I've had the honor to represent Missouri in both the House and the Senate, and over the course of my career, I've done my best to make sure that our legislative priorities reflect the priorities of people seeking more freedom and greater opportunities. I think those are largely the Chile opportunities. Chile's been an invaluable partner in helping to shape an agenda focused on expanding opportunity and strengthening U.S. competitiveness and global leadership. Small businesses, key to the minority community moving forward and key to the economic engine that drives America. In Missouri, over 99% of our businesses meet the small business criteria, and 37,000 of those small businesses are minority-owned businesses. Unfortunately, many local businesses and hardworking men and women that they employ have been hit hard during the pandemic. The Paycheck Protection Program continues to be a critical tool to help them stay afloat and keep people on the payroll. It's saved countless jobs, and I expect it to remain a priority in our response efforts. To build a strong economy, we need a free and fair trade policy. This year, Congress passed and President Trump signed the USMCA. This trade agreement brought our country's trade policy into the 21st century. Certainly, NAFTA served a real purpose of connecting our three countries, but after a couple of decades, everything needs to be looked at. And this one does that in a way that will support new jobs, expand markets for American goods, and help our economy grow and be sure that there aren't barriers between these three countries that are so closely allied in so many ways. This is a great step. I'll continue to make sure that we are looking for strong, reliable relationships with our trading partners, and that we try to do that through our entire hemisphere. As we continue to battle the pandemic and American lives increasingly rely on internet access, we also need to understand the serious consequences of not having the internet, whether it's internet you don't have because it's unavailable or whether it's unaffordable. For a business owner trying to run a small business from home, for a student or teacher in a Zoom classroom, or a person needing medical care, having access to modern broadband connectivity is essential. I think during the pandemic, we learned even more about the digital divide of both access and affordability. Broadband is as important today as the telephone was 70 years ago, and we have to continue to make this an issue that's a priority for the Congress. And just having a high-speed broadband line that runs by where your family lives or your business is doesn't work if we aren't looking for ways to be sure that you can become a part of that digital community. Finally, a healthy immigration system can work to strengthen our workforce and to make us more competitive. We need to be sure we have the people we need for the jobs we need, and the jobs we'll have not only today, but we'll have tomorrow. That's why I've supported policy and legislation to remove un-American country caps on employment-based visas, to reduce the backlog for critical health care talent that we want to stay here in the United States, to incentivize skilled foreign healthcare professionals to practice in areas that have a health professional shortage or are medically underserved, and to make the H-2B and H-2A worker visa programs more accessible for small business owners and agricultural employers in Missouri and throughout the country. We also want to be sure we're helping young dreamers continue building their lives and their careers in a way that makes sense, strengthens their future, strengthens our workforce, strengthens the communities. These are young people in the DACA program who grew up here, who understand our country. They want to live here, work here, go to school here. We need to be sure that happens. I support a solution for dreamers that can get across the finish line and get that solution passed into law. We need to eliminate any concern they have about being able to live in the country they grew up in. And like you, I also believe that a healthy immigration system demands robust border enforcement policies that are sure that we target human trafficking, drug smuggling, and any other illegal activity. It's critical for our national security and our economy. One of the measures of government is whether you can control your own borders, but we want to understand that our country grew up with people wanting to come to America and getting to come to America when that was possible. There are just a few areas where your continued partnership will be important, vital in helping families not just get through the current public health crisis we're facing, but to build a better future for their kids and their grandkids. Again, I want to thank all of you for the priorities you set. I want to thank Chile for this honor. I want to thank you for what we're going to do together to advance priorities that make us an even better country.
Hello, I'm Congressman Henry Cuellar. This evening, we're honoring Senator Roy Blunt and Representative Pete Aguilar with the Chile Leadership in Public Service Award. This award recognizes their commitment to advancing the Hispanic community in the United States through public service. It is an honor that I can introduce my friend and colleague, Mr. Aguilar. Pete, it's always a pleasure. I have the privilege and the pleasure to work with Pete in 3 different roles. One, as the Chief Deputy Whip of the House Democratic Caucus, as a member of the House Appropriations Committee, and also as a member of the Congressional Hispanic Caucus. Good man that works very, very, very hard. In all these roles, he is dedicated to fighting for hard-working families in his district and throughout the country. As someone who puts himself through college with the assistance of student loans and federal grants, Pete is committed to making higher education more affordable and giving all students the opportunity to succeed. As a member of the Homeland Security Subcommittee Appropriations, he's a champion for immigrant communities working to protect DACA recipients and TPS holders. Pete is the leader in the Democratic Caucus, making sure that every American can be provided a better life for themselves and for their families with good paying jobs. Thank you for your attention, ladies and gentlemen. And now please join me in celebrating one of tonight's honoree, my friend, Congressman Pete Aguilar from California.
Good evening, and thank you. I want to thank the Congressional Hispanic Leadership Institute for this award. It means so much to me. I want to especially give a shout out to everybody watching. I'm wishing you your health, and I hope you and your families are doing well during this difficult time. And I want to give thanks to our host sponsors, Comcast and Coca-Cola, and our friends who were there, who are helping put this production together. My name is Pete Aguilar, and I'm just honored to receive this Leadership in Public Service Award. Now, I'm told that I'm the youngest person to receive this since Mario Diaz-Balart, his thought about this over time, and we would have given him this award when he was about 17 years old, but we can't. So I want to thank, I know my other honoree, Senator Roy Blunt. I view this award as a down payment. I view this award as a down payment for the work that I want to do on behalf of the Latino community. Earlier this year, I was able to partner with our friend, Congressman Will Hurd, and we passed the Smithsonian bill off of the House floor, Jose Serrano's bill, starting the Smithsonian for the American Latino. We passed it off of the House floor. We hope Senator Blunt and our friends in the Senate address that bill this year. But this is really a down payment for the work that I plan to do working with each and every one of you on behalf of our communities. It's important that we address the concerns, the health concerns, the education concerns, the economic concerns of our communities, but that we do it in a way that is together, that is inclusive, and that brings people together. So I want to thank you again. This just means so much to me. And this award will have a special place in my office. And I'm wishing all of my friends health and success through the rest of the year. Thank you so much.
And now I'd like to recognize a very important group to us at CHLI, our CHLI Executive Committee members. Couldn't have done it so far this year without them, nor for this evening of gratitude. To start, the chairman, the Honorable Lincoln Diaz-Balart, our vice chairman, Congressman Henry Cuellar, and Congressman Mario Diaz-Balart, our board secretary, Emilia Gonzalez with Verizon, our board treasurer, John Hull with Altria Client Services, the chair of our governance committee, Heather Kennedy with the Home Depot, Leo Munoz, chair of our HR committee with Comcast, and our legal counsel, Frank Cruz Alvarez with Shook, Hardy, and Bacon. Thank you so much for your support.
Good evening. I'm Ileana Ros-Lehtinen, and I am honored to be here with you tonight as we continue to celebrate these individuals who have worked to advance the Hispanic community's diversity of thought and have fought for human rights in the international arena. As a former member of Congress, CHLI founder, and current board member of the Congressional Hispanic Leadership Institute, I am humbled to present this year's CHLI International Leadership Award to an outstanding and incredible young woman. Being involved with CHLI from its early years, I have witnessed such incredible individuals receive this honor, such as our friend, former President of Colombia, Álvaro Uribe, Venezuelan opposition leader, Leopoldo López, human rights activist and prisoner of conscience, Dr. Oscar Elias Bisset, and just last year, OAS Secretary Luis Almagro. In 2018, our chairman, Lincoln DIAZ-BALART, and our diverse and bipartisan board not only honored me with this award, but humbled me by renaming the recognition the CHLI Ileana Ros-Lehtinen International Leadership Award. I'm grateful for this recognition, but this award is not about me. It's about people like Leopoldo López and Dr. Bisset, who risked their very lives in the name of freedom and democracy. Tonight's honoree is also someone who is internationally known, respected, and admired for her continued work for a free Cuba. Rosa María PAYA is a Cuban democracy activist and founder of the Cuban Decide citizen platform that works day in and day out to achieve real democratic change in Cuba. She's a graduate of the University of Havana and of the Global Competitive Leadership Program at Georgetown University. Rosa María has been active at many universities across the United States and Latin America, as well as at the UN, at the Concordia Summit of the Americas, the Freedom Forum, the U.S. Congress, and multiple parliaments in Europe and the Americas, spreading her hope and vision of democratic change for our native island of Cuba. She has been recognized as one of the 25 most powerful women by People en Español magazine, and just last year was honored with the Morris Abram Human Rights Award granted by UN Watch. Her work has made her part of the Global America's New Generation of Public Intellectuals initiative, and she shares her passion and dedication for a free and democratic Cuba with media outlets such as the Washington Post and CNN, among others. Rosa María exemplifies the fight of this new generation to advance democracy in the only communist stronghold in the Caribbean. On behalf of the Congressional Leadership Institute, our corporate and congressional board members, our president and CEO, our chairman, and myself, it is my honor to present the 2020 CHLI Ileana Ros-Lehtinen International Leadership Award to Rosa María PAYA. Felicidades, Rosa María. You make us all so proud.
Dear friends from the Congressional Hispanic Leadership Institute, thank you very much for this recognition. Congratulations and all my admiration to Senator Roy Blunt and Congressman Pete Aguilar. I'm especially moved tonight because CHLI is an example of what Hispanics, and in particular Cubans, can build in a free society. Formed in 2003 by Lincoln DIAZ-BALART, Ileana Ros-Lehtinen, and Mario DIAZ-BALART, together with a few corporate friends, CHLI has provided life-changing opportunities to more than 200 people. That freedom for Cuba is what my father gave his life for, and what I continue to work for. But I'm not working alone. Many Cubans, inside and outside the island, work for the democratic changes that our society so desperately needs, and I am proud to share that goal with all the members of the CHLI in the United States. Thank you for that solidarity, which is especially crucial today when Cuba is in crisis. Families are living through a deep humanitarian crisis and political repression, a crisis caused by the existence of a corrupt and criminal regime, a regime that has nothing to offer to their own people but repression and violence. And even so, every day, more Cubans take action for the change of that system. The solidarity with the demand for freedom of the Cuban people from the citizens of the United States is also a way to defend the peace and security of the continent, because this hemisphere has paid a high price for tolerating 6 decades of Castro communism in Cuba, a dictatorship that has caused the end of democracy in Nicaragua and Venezuela, and it has plunged several other countries into democratic instability. A regime that infiltrates societies to spread chaos, hate, and division, and destabilize their democratic governments throughout the hemisphere, and also here in the United States. Throughout the use of propaganda, the communist ideology has contaminated the minds and soul of the young people all over the world. The work and testimony of the whole Hispanic American community is crucial to open the eyes of our societies and advance towards a freer, safer, and more prosperous continent, free from dictatorships. So I'm deeply honored by this award that I could only accept as a recognition to the fight of the Cuban people, and especially to the work of all of those who promote Cuba Decide, which is a citizen platform to change the system towards democracy in the island. To all its promoters, to the Cuban political prisoners, and especially to my father, Oswaldo PAYA, and my friend, Harold Cepero, who gave their lives so that Cubans could regain their freedom, I would like to dedicate this award tonight. Our movement, Cuba Decide, is a national and global initiative to force the Cuban regime to submit to the will of the people and leave. This can only be achieved with citizen mobilization and international pressure. And that is what we work for. Activists on the island fight in the most disadvantaged conditions possible, but they grow stronger every day. It is imperative that all of the nations in the free world support the Cuban people's fight for a change, because the victory of democracy in Cuba is essential to open the path to peace, prosperity, and stability in the whole hemisphere. Together with many good friends, I have dedicated the last years of my life to work for the right of all Cubans to live according to their conscience, to be free, and to seek happiness in their own country without fear of reprisals. I do not think that I deserve an award for trying so, but the Cuban people definitely deserve the helping hand of the Hispanic community and the solidarity of the world. Thank you so much.
Life is a journey of individual steps.
They are yours alone.
They put you on a path that is unique,
That molds and shapes you. A path that gives you your voice.
Your artistry. Your individuality. Your beliefs.
Your ability to do things no one else can do. What if we saw those differences as opportunities?
What if all of us embrace the potential in each of us?
When we harness the power of our difference, we inspire and elevate people's lives.
We create new perspectives that lead to new ideas and new solutions.
We forge new journeys that are shared. Imagine how far we can go when we take that first step together.
The network has to be prepared to absorb whatever it's going to come its way.
Mantener las comunicaciones es algo muy importante hoy en día.
We're always preparing.
We are constantly looking at it. We're constantly monitoring.
Tengo mucha responsabilidad con mi trabajo.
The most rewarding thing about the work we do is whenever we see a customer able to communicate back to their loved ones.
That is why we do what we do.
Estamos totalmente comprometidos con nuestra red para que en estos tiempos puedas seguir conectado con el trabajo, la escuela y sobre todo con tus seres queridos.
Mi experiencia trabajando con Walmart ha sido lo mejor que me ha podido pasar en la vida. Son 10 años en esta compañía y mi vida ha cambiado absolutamente a 100%.
Gracias a Walmart he podido salir adelante, amueblé mi apartamento, me compré mi carro y hasta ayudó a mi papá.
Me importas tú y nadie más que tú.
Thank you for joining us this evening. Muchísimas gracias. You know, if we were all together, we would be wrapping up right about now and getting ready for some cafecito and dessert. But since we can't be together, we're hopeful that wherever you are, you're with loved ones, that you're safe and healthy. So here's a toast to you, your family, your friends, to your good health, and to Chile.